Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network, February 25, 2025. Another daily analysis. All right, as we expected, market is coming down today and hit this 5,900 area and recaptured and bounced back up nicely. At least for intraday session, we just got a bounce. And I would say potentially we are going to see the market actually correction ends today, especially when we have this bounce at very, very important critical level. We just got into this wide range bar. We just got into this pivotal point. And also we are holding up the January pivot so far. Even if it go down to 58.24, we may still hold up this January pivot. But if it goes below this level, which is going to be 5,800, that's very, very important signal for the market because we need to just change our dynamics for a bearish momentum, potentially a bear custom, because this is going to be 2023, October 2023 bottom here, and this is August 24 bottom. Deep sea kind of like this is kind of like a Bank of Japan interest rate shock to the market, and this is the low. So this is the trend line that you see here, and market is just forming potentially for another kind of like a touch here, if the correction is not over yet. I assume that the correction is going to be finished potentially today or tomorrow, and we have NVDA earnings tomorrow as well, so we'll see how it goes. So far, market is just reaching out. The stochastic momentum index is reaching out to the oversold condition, so any kind of like a bull reversal to the upside, that would be kind of like a very bullish signal for the market. We are still stuck in this range, so this is kind of like the bottom of this range. If we may see a bounce, so this bounce can hit potentially to this challenging all-time high or even a spiking higher. So we will see how it goes. Moving on to Nasdaq. Nasdaq just do the same pattern here. As you see here, market is just going down. Nasdaq hit 21,000 as we expected, and nicely back up today intraday session, and forming this kind of like a higher low, very small higher low here. So if you see, here's the low, here's the higher low, another higher low. So if we want to keep this trend, we need to just stay above this, and we need to see at least a positive candle tomorrow. If we see a positive candle, then we can see market is kind of like a forming another bullish momentum, potentially to this double top or triple top here around 22,000. So right now we are just waiting for a market reaction tomorrow, especially NVIDIA earning. The positive, I would say, takeout from the market is Dow Jones. So Dow nicely reacting to this level, 43,380. That's the level that Dow is reacting very well, because this is kind of like the weekly demand area. And what do I mean by demand area? Because this is kind of like the ending diagonal pattern forming very nicely with a nice double bottom here, W pattern here. And also this is a demand area which breaking through to the upside for this weekly ending diagonal. So I know that this demand area by itself is just one day, but this breaking through a nice weekly ending diagonal. So that is very, very classical pattern that when we see some kind of like a back test, we need to see a reaction. And market reacted very well yesterday and today. So yesterday we got doji bar, today we just got confirmation. If we see some kind of like a confirmation, especially by end of this week, if we get above 44,000, I would say Dow is kind of like a poising its way for another rally, potentially to this triple top to 45,000 or even higher. I would say if we break through, we can go to 46,000. So we will see how it goes. But so far, Dow Jones managed positive today in today's ugly session. So that would kind of like the positive mark for the market. Moving on to gold. So if you remember yesterday, I was saying about gold potentially is reaching to its high, and any kind of like upside move to 3,000 area with a slide would lead to kind of like a sharp sell-off to the downside. And I was warning everyone for next week downside, especially next week in March. I'm gonna have like a video potentially specifically at the end of this week for a gold cycle. But today it triggered very fast. So I would say if we get below 2881, which is SMA 20, then we can see kind of like a deeper corrective move to 2800, 2785, which is going to be this top and also this demand area. At least for a short term, we can get to that level, which is going to be a good buying opportunity if you ask me. So 2730 to 28, 2785. That's the level that everyone needs to keep an eye on this, just because this is going to be a good level buying opportunity. Silver is the same price action. So if you go to silver, you see that we just mentioned about this a box here, and this box is showing a very nice breaking through to the upside 38. So silver just going all the way down to 31.25 and nicely just bounce back up. But we need to see kind of like a follow through if the correction is over. I would say no, the correction is not over. We may see some kind of like a choppy, sloppy, or zigzagging up and down, but we need to finish the cycle. Right now, silver is at very important level. So if you just see the previous time when we got into this level, we got into this pivotal point. So this pivotal point is very, very important for silver. Here's the supply area, here's the pivot, and this is another pivot. So we may see some kind of like a pullback, even to $30. So don't be surprised if you see silver is getting down all the way to $30. But if you see a reversal, I would say that's going to be great buying opportunity. If it comes along with gold, 2785. So that's the level that I'm just looking at. Moving on to crude, which kind of like a forming a bearish signal today. After yesterday, a bullish candle, crude is just going down, signaling that still we are seeing a lower low, lower high. And as long as we are in this pattern, we can't make a bullish case. Again, crude needs to go above 74 to make a bullish case. Otherwise, any kind of like a rally could be a sell until we are not above 74. So keep an eye on this one as well. Moving on to individual names, starting with Bitcoin. Bitcoin nicely going down today. And I would say 70, 88, 87, that's the area that I was mentioning before. And here we go. So we got into this level. This is a demand area, bounce back up. But I would say this bounce could be a sell. Potentially, we may see some kind of like a bounce from this level to potentially 92,500. And then we're going to see another sell off potentially to 70, 74 to 76. I would say this is a nice demand area for Bitcoin. So keep an eye on this level because that's going to be very, very important. Ethereum is the same, just they're going all the way down, the middle of this white range bar candle. But look at the candle. Candle forms better. So again, if you want to buy Ethereum for long term, I have no problem with that. But for trading, wait for forming the pattern. So if Ethereum goes above, I would say 2,900, 3,000, that would be a very nice bullish signal for Ethereum. Otherwise, right now it's just stocking in this range. Moving on to bond yield. Bond yield is just going down today, crunching to the downside, kind of like a challenging this December pivot. So if it goes down, I would say bond yield has a very, very, I would say, very strong potential to go all the way down to 274 to 31%. So we will see. So bond yield is gonna just the signaling inflation is gonna, at least for a short term, inflation is gonna fade it away, and also economic growth is gonna slowing down. So it's kind of like a recessionary signal, at least there for the time being. Bond on the other side, just the spiking higher today. Nice jump, at $91 for bond, and we just keep an eye on this at $94 because if it goes above 94, 95, then it's just leading its way to 103, 105 down the road. So we'll see how it goes for Treasury. I'm kind of like a bullish on this one. VIX, just the spike today, but look at the candles here. So candles are not strong enough for VIX. This means sellers are taking control any kind of like a bullish momentum above $20. So just keep an eye on that. This means we are heading into potentially for the end of the correction. Moving on to Dixie, just sliding down today, following on the bond yield. So Dixie means dollar. Dollar index can go lower, dollar can get weaker and weaker, which is going to be a bullish signal for the stock market and for also for precious metals as well. But right now, I would say precious metals are very, very overbought. So they're kind of like a due for a corrective move. Moving on to Apple. Apple just news is coming around with this name, but today, especially after hours, just going down. And we're forming kind of like an ending diagonal here for Apple for a potential drop. I'm kind of like expecting drop for Apple for the next rally, so we will see how it goes. Amazon just going all the way down to 204. Look at this demand area. And this is the candle that we want to see. A nice hammer. Myself, subscribers, we bought Amazon in this area, and we are um, just looking for a kind of like a very nice rally to 230. So we'll see how it goes. But Amazon, even after hours, it just gained a bit. And right now, I would say this is forming very bullish. So keep an eye on this one, especially tomorrow. The same here for Meta. Nicely touch this area. Look at that, folks. So we didn't actually draw this line today. We draw this line a while ago. We are waiting for this area. So 640, there you go. So just touch and bounce back up nicely. I would say Meta just giving us a buying opportunity, at least for a bounce. Potentially, this is going to be ABC corrective move, and deeper correction is coming potentially to this area to 600, 580. But right now, we can get a B wave as like a trading kind of like a to the upside, or even kind of like a double top formation. Microsoft stretching through to 397, and there is no sign of bounce. So we may see some kind of like a bounce tomorrow. Google just going down today, 175. I would say Google is getting into this demand area here as well. So this is kind of like the beginning of this spike to the upside, and we are just waiting for this one. Potentially, Google will have a nice reaction tomorrow. I would say tomorrow is going to be a big day for the market, especially when lots of charts are telling me that we are kind of like at the beginning of a new rally. Netflix, the same pattern here. Look at the shadow. So it's just getting close to this area. This is a buyer's area, 812 to 938. Tesla, this stock hammered today, slaughtered to the downside, 300 test, and close at 304 after hours. Tesla needs to stay above 300 and getting back to the downside for the next few days. There is no tomorrow for Tesla. If it wants to get back to the upside, I would say here's the time. And now we need to see Tesla is getting back above a 360. If it goes above 360, I would say that's going to be a very decisive moment for Tesla because it can break in through to the upside. I'm kind of like a bullish still. I'm not bearish on Tesla, but I know if this one wants to give us a confirmation of the bullish signal, we need to get above 360. Moving on to semiconductor index, which just hammered last 3 days. Look at these candles. I would say this is just the beginning of the shakeout for the next rally. Again, tomorrow is going to be very important day for semiconductors. NVDA, um, one of the Mag 7 is going to announce the earning, and this is going to be very important for the market overall. SOX, the same pattern here, 214. This is in trading range for a long time. 200 to 230, 240, that's the area. Right now we are at 214, so we'll see. Taiwan Semiconductor, we are just getting to this bottom here. If it goes below, I would say 180, that's going to be a decisive bottom here. $9 still, it has a stretch. Doesn't mean that it can go there, but if it goes there, that's going to be buyer area. AMD just getting to the lower low here. AMD just slaughtered today. If we see a buyer's or a bullish momentum, we need to see it. It should come potentially tomorrow or by end of this week. If it doesn't, AMD can go all the way down to this area. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to NVIDIA, which is earning tomorrow. NVDA just going all the way down last 3 days, just the 126 and 127 post hours. So we'll see how it goes. Texas Instrument is still forming a bullish momentum. It's not that bad, but it shouldn't go below this pivotal point, which is, sorry, breakout point, which is kind of like a 186. So still it is above this. And also it just jumped back up nicely after hours as well. Lamb Research just heading this trend line here. So Lamb is just forming a very, very nice sharp drop here. And that is, to be honest, a buying opportunity. If you don't have that stock in your portfolio, this is kind of like the signal because Lamb just hit this signal, 92, pretty close to this supply area, sharply sold off. And I would say there's going to be another potential rally to 92 to 95. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to XLF, which is financials, they just got back up today nicely, close positive. And here is the KBE large cap bank ETF going higher, managed positive today as well. So that's why Dow went strong today. KRA, the same pattern. The pattern actually is not bullish, but they managed positive. So just give a market a booster. JP Morgan got into very important level 254, and this is the level that buyers are coming back. This is a previous breakout. You may see a bounce for JP Morgan at least 200, at least $20, sorry, at least $20 to 270, 265 to the upside. Moving on to Goldman Sachs, the same pattern here. We just got into this breakout zone. Here's the pivot, and here's the demand area, 614. And Bank of America hit the same. Look at this box here, folks, and nicely just reacting nicely to this box. Wells Fargo, the same pattern here, just a stretching a little bit to this pivotal point, good area. Gold miners, I know last 2 days actually just went down, but buyers are coming back. Especially last hour trading session, buyers are coming back. Seems like buyers are aggressively buying these stocks, uh, mining stocks. So we'll see how it goes. GDXJ, the same pattern here, just bouncing back up, nice shadows here. This means buyers are strong here still, although there is negative pattern. AEL, look at this. This is absolutely bullish. This is a nice corrective move, nice lower shadow. So this can go higher. Newmont, the same pattern here, just sharply going down. We had this Newmont, we sold out here, sold out all our positions here, and our average was here. And we were just waiting for the next buying opportunity. I'm not buying, but if opportunity is coming, I will. Moving on to Gold Barrick, the same pattern here. We sold out all positions here. And right now, we just got a nice shadow here. Potentially, this is going to be ABC corrective move, so we'll see how it goes. XLE, Energy, Spider, just going down today, while Crude was down. These names actually were down as well. Crazy sell-off for them. OIH, the same pattern, going down. So this is kind of like an ABC corrective move. Seems like the pattern is getting finished. So we will see. Exxon, just going down, still above this 105, below 112. So we will see how it goes for Exxon. This is in a choppy. And Chevron just forming a bullish consolidation here. So keep an eye on 160 if you're bullish on Chevron. All right, folks, I believe I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.